Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is the 23rd day of fall today. I've been playing for about a week since our dog festival and there's not really anything too exciting to update everybody on. I've really hit a brick wall in terms of sunstones. I'm not really able to get any off the top of my head that I can think of, but we do have 15 of them, so raising another island at this point is feasible whenever it is that we want to do that. And I also have a fair bit of money at the current time, so I may want to go and buy the kitchen finally, or alternatively I can save some of that money and we should be able to get a barn soon. Using the sprites to decrease the lumber value, I currently have 91 pieces in my storage, and I've got about 28 pieces in my inventory, and the standard barn, without any help from the harvest sprites, costs 200 lumber. So we have some options there. I'm going to skip all my farm stuff for the time being, and I'm going to run right over to Sabrina's mansion to trigger her blue heart event because I keep running into it accidentally, and then I keep having to reload my game so that I don't accidentally save over it before I can get it into a video. And it's really annoying me, so we might as well see this event right now. Oh, Nick. I met Charlie and Eliza the other day. Sabrina's house is big. I want to go exploring inside. Say, Sabrina, is it alright if we hang out at your house? Gladly. Please visit us at any time. And there you have it. I'm sick of playing tag, Charlie. Let's play hide and seek. There must be lots of places to hide around here. This is on me. I invited them, but I hope they don't break anything. Be careful, Charlie. You almost knocked the cup off the table. I'll be careful. So obviously she needs a little bit of help wrangling the two kids here, so let's help her out and give them a bit of a warning. Charlie, you're getting out of hand. You're making things hard on Sabrina. But Eliza, you were playing with me. I'm sorry, Sabrina. Me too. This place is just so big. Please don't worry about it. I know. Let's play a board game. It's a game called Murray's Adventure that Father bought the other day. That sounds like fun. Murray's Adventure. I've always wanted to play that game. Now let me get it ready. In the meantime, please be good. Well, that has a satisfying conclusion. So I think she has a hard time maybe sticking up for herself or being assertive. She's very, very shy, but she seems to like kids. So that's nice. That everybody is now getting along and such. I kept coming in here to give her a gift early in the morning or to speak to Regis or something like that, and then I always triggered that event instead, and I was having a bit of a hard time with it. So I'm glad to get that out of the way now that I finally have it on a recording. When Sabrina reaches a blue heart, you can pretty much see that event anytime that she's home. Which obviously becomes problematic because if you want to give her a gift when she's inside her house, you have to trigger that event for that to happen. We still have Lana's Blue Heart event to trigger, but I know exactly where that one takes place, and I've been able to avoid it so far. It hasn't really been too much of a problem. And she's still at a Blue Heart, so we have some time to trigger that. We are kind of running a little bit behind on the events because we also have Natalie and Julia who have reached another heart level that I've managed to get off screen. And so we have 2 more events for them, and I don't doubt that at this point Witch Princess is probably also at a Blue Heart as well, even though we can't see her heart level and it's invisible. The only problem with that is we are at the mercy of the weather for her events, and it has to be raining. So the next rainy day belongs to Witch Princess. I will be trying to squeeze that in if it rains before the end of the season. But I've had beautiful sunny weather. I think this week is probably the only week I've seen in a little while where I have the full-blown hot day. I've had a lot of days with sunshine, but this is the full 3 points of sun today, which is really going to speed my crops along, which is great. You can see that Julia has a yellow heart now. Just continuing to give her some pet food, of course. The weather's been great just because now I'm kind of in the final week of this season and I have stuff still growing, and so I want to make sure that everything comes in before everything dies in the wintertime. The weather on this file, I feel, has been very, very odd in comparison to some other times that I've played this game. I feel like in a lot of ways I've gotten really, really lucky. Which I'm not complaining about, of course. I've been trying to check in on my pig every day. I've either been leaving something in its food box and then feeding it by hand if I don't plan on coming back the next day, or I've just been coming to Mushroom Island every day and making a point to also come and say hello to the pig. The pig's heart levels I find are really, really slow. It's gonna take a while, but I'm just trying to kind of keep at it for now. I add it to my agenda. And the weather has been great, so I've been able to leave the pig outside with no problems whatsoever. It's gone into the bushes, and it has some food, so I'm just going to leave that food out, and here we go. Feed it an herb. I'll get all my gift giving out of the way, and then I guess even if I wanted to go and purchase the kitchen and buy some things, I can't because today is Friday, which I didn't even think about when I started this video up. I just figured it was a beautiful sunny day to get that heart event out of the way and to just go and, talk about some things and review, but I guess we won't be buying anything in this video. We certainly won't be buying a kitchen. We're still a little short on lumber to be able to go and build a barn, so we can't go and speak to Ganon about that. But I feel like I've been managing my time pretty nicely. I've had a lot of time to keep up on fishing and to chop down branches and to get stone and such. I've got a good balance of days where I do a lot of watering and then days where I don't do any watering at all, and then I use my stamina for other things. And you can see here that Natalie is also at a yellow heart. Now the really nice thing about the yellow heart events for every single candidate, regardless of if they are male or female, is that it's controlled by walking in and out of your farmhouse during certain times in good weather. So for the yellow heart events, I can pretty much trigger those whenever I want. If I never go in and out of my farmhouse during the day and I only go into it at night, I never have to worry about accidentally triggering those, and I can kind of have that within my control. It has to be a nice day, of course. It can't be like raining or snowing or something, but it's nice most of the time. So we will find a day to fit those events in, but I'm not really worried about it right now because we still have other events to catch up on as well, of course. I'm not too concerned with Sabrina reaching a green heart because I've kind of stopped and slowed down on gift giving for her, but it's very possible that Lana might reach a green heart before long, so I should probably trigger her blue event as soon as possible so that if that happens, we can watch that event as well. And obviously we've had no new sprites move in, but I do continue to give the dark green ones their gift. I've gotten more eggplant that has come in, and I've harvested those. I have planted a couple more plots of carrots just to kind of speed things up a little bit and hopefully get a little bit more money and more towards my crop total. I'm still not entirely sure that I'll be able to get the 100 crop requirement. I doubt it. I don't think I was proactive enough. But I've timed it, and assuming that we stick with this nice, beautiful, gorgeous weather, I should be able to get all of these crops picked by the end of fall. And if we have a look at my assets menu, I don't really think there's anything else that I haven't covered in a while that I wanted to really talk about. The only thing that I can think of maybe is that I've been going to the cafe quite a bit, and I haven't really showcased my recipes in a while, but my recipe menu is starting to flesh out a little bit by giving various crops that I've grown in each season and all of the wild stuff that we've found foraging and whatnot. You can see that I am starting to get a little bit for each page. And items like eggs and milk and things like that usually have multiple recipes. Like I think the egg has something like 5 or 6 different recipes available. So I've been having mixed success with that. For the most part, I've actually been doing pretty well. I've gotten all the chestnut recipes from the cafe. I've been giving those away just to kind of get the recipes filled out. We're still a long ways off from getting a sunstone from either owner, but it's a start. And I'm just curious, actually, I should look. How many things have I shipped in the fall season? 28 eggplant and 40 carrots, so yeah, unfortunately I don't think we're going to hit that 100 goal, but I should still get another shipment of eggplants, and hopefully I'll get another few batches of carrots. In terms of friendship, there isn't a whole lot that's changed on this menu with our other villagers that aren't marriage candidates, because we haven't really been paying a great deal of attention to them, but you can see that Natalie and Julia are neck and neck. I think they actually got to a yellow heart on the exact same day. Poor Lily is still stuck at 1 heart. Witch Princess has 4 hearts, so she definitely has what would be considered a blue heart if we're going by comparing to Sabrina, for example, who has a blue heart currently. So I think we will be able to trigger another event with her when it rains. You can see that just by giving Ganon a gift that he likes every day or every other day for the long haul now, you can see that he's actually got quite a few hearts, so we will be able to get his birthday gift in the wintertime. So not really anything too exciting there. And I've begun stockpiling stuff in my fridge, so I've stopped selling mushrooms, and I've kept a couple of crops to use for the sake of recipes and whatnot. So I should be able to start cooking a few basic things that will help me go into the mines and whatnot. And I think I talked about it before in the last video, but if I didn't, what I've been doing is I've been selling 1 egg and then I've been keeping the other one in my fridge and stockpiling, and that is for the same reason. We need a lot of eggs to learn a lot of different recipes, and then of course we need eggs in our fridge to be able to cook with. And eggs are great because you can make a lot of very, very basic recipes, but they do help with your fullness and your stamina. So we have a couple of days up until we hit the crop festival. I'm really hoping that we're able to win this one. It takes a couple of days for the eggplants to replenish, of course, so it's all about timing. I hope that I'll be able to harvest it late enough that it's of good quality, but not so late that obviously we miss our mark and we miss the festival entirely, because that's gonna be our last opportunity to get a wonderful for the next little while, because we don't have a crop festival in the winter season. So that's it for me. I just wanted to do a little tiny update. Like I said, I've just been playing, but not a whole lot interesting has really gone on. If it wasn't a Friday today, I probably would have bought the kitchen, because that is on our list. But we do have a few more events to trigger. I do have some sunstones to use, so I'm sure I can get creative and think of some more content to cover shortly. Hope you enjoyed this little update. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.